Anything else y'all can think about?
Franking.
We just did franking today. What was franking, y'all?
Franking was like when they give you money, like you're up for re-election, and
Yeah.
like you don't have to pay for mailing out.
Who gives you this?
The government.
To who?
To the person who's running for re-election.
Yes, to the incumbent, the incumbent. And there were 5 rules of incumbency, right? I thought I had an incumbency thing up here, but I'll make sure it gets added.
You can't blatantly say vote for me, but you can like say, this is what I did during my term.
Franking is the idea that you get free postage, you get free printing, you get free paper, and you can send these things out as much as you want, but it cannot directly say vote for me, but it can give lists of accomplishments that will make people want to vote for
Can
you.
we just remember franking is the advantages that an incumbent has?
That is an example of it, but make sure that you can explain franking. Anything else? Remember name recognition. Remember money in so many different capacities, whether it be salary, fundraising, or what you have to pay out. Go ahead.
What in general is the most important thing we need to know for this exam?
I don't know that, but there's going to be like 50 questions, so I don't know. Go ahead.
What's the difference between racial gerrymandering and gerrymandering?
What's the difference between racial gerrymandering and gerrymandering?
Gerrymandering is for political redrawing the lines. Racial is for, like that city in Alabama, they redistribute the lines based on race alone. Racial is illegal. Gerrymandering, they get away with.
Okay, it's funny that you say that. Gerrymandering is redrawing districts so that you can get a partisan advantage. And if you look at that rigged elections article, it says in there that it's not crazy for one party to maybe have 52% of the voters in a state, but then when they draw the districts, they end up getting like 2/3 or 70% majority districts, you know, so they're going to almost guarantee that they're going to have a lot of people elected. That's what gerrymandering is. The idea that basically you're kind of cheating. You create districts that are equal in size, but these districts are going to have your political party's majority. You're not having the voters pick their candidate, but the people that are in office kind of get to pick the voters who get to vote for them. That seems a little sus, if nothing else. Racial gerrymandering is when you draw these districts based on race. And I had given you 2 examples. The one in Alabama where they drew that city with like 28 sides, and they made it almost 100% white, and they excluded almost all of the potential black voters. It was struck down because race was the primary factor, and it looked funny.
Yeah.
In North Carolina, we created those minority-majority districts, which means a majority of the district would be a minority population. In North Carolina, a majority of black residents. They elected black members to Congress. They got a more diverse group in. But race was the #1 factor. So it doesn't matter if you're trying to exclude a group or if you're trying to include a group. It's still race, and it's still illegal. And if you remember in North Carolina, there were 2 districts.
They only kept one.
They struck down one. Why?
Because it was like a sliver compared to the rest.
It was the I-85 district, and they said it looks like you're cheating. The other ones didn't, and that's kind of the thing. The other one didn't, and that's kind of the thing. If you draw districts that look a lot alike, you're not going to get in trouble for gerrymandering or racial gerrymandering. If you start drawing a district or a couple of districts that look really funky and crazy, like a salamander or, you know, some of these other things, well then at that point they're going to look at it and there's a much better chance it'll get struck down.
As long as the districts look similar, you can just call it a coincidence and they can chalk
There's a much better chance of that, yes.
Isn't like Maryland the one that looks like a broken wing or something?
Maryland is the one that looks like a dinosaur bird with a broken wing, a pterodactyl with a broken wing, and they said in that article that Maryland was one of the worst democratically gerrymandered states in the entire country. So the Republicans are good at this, but the Democrats do their share. They do their share too. Anything else y'all have for up here? Yes? How much pork is spent per citizen?
Right?
I googled it and I saw $58.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't look in the chapter?
I couldn't find it in the chapter. They were just talking about pork barrel legislation.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that after this is over, I promise. Any other questions that y'all have? If you notice in here, and I'll be really quick with this, because again, I don't want to keep you too long, and I've kept you a while. Notice on here, we have the X Factor, which was dealing with Jack and Jerry Ryan. The rigging elections, we talked about the sex offender article. And don't forget, there was today's spanking article. And then, in terms of links, there are a lot of links in the Congress chapter. Don't blow off those ones that deal with the Electoral College. And then you'll notice up here There was differences between the House and the Senate. That will probably help you. The Georgia sex offender law, naked men drinking coffee, and then don't forget the middle finger made out of Christmas lights. That is legal. It's symbolic speech, but if people start having car accidents and they get distracted because of that, that would be a reason to take it down. Anybody with anything else? Good luck, y'all. Mateus.